Okay, so today is December 1st, 2024. Sorry, my hair looks all messy. Uh, um, I kind of suddenly came down with a little cold. Last night I didn't sleep the best, and this morning also I'm kind of dragging. That's why my hair looks so messy. Um, I made some Indian tea with ginger, cardamom. Hopefully that helps a little bit. Also, I did some steam with some Vicks type of thing that usually takes care of colds a lot of time for me. So I did that this morning. I plan to do again this afternoon and tonight. A few weeks ago, when it was coming down with cold, I kept doing that for a day or two, and then the cold disappeared. So hopefully, same thing happens this time, because in 3-4 days we're going for a little trip, my daughter and I. So it'll be good if I feel better. um, it is, I don't know what time it is. Let me see. It's Sunday, end of Thanksgiving weekend. And first it is December. We're already in December. It's 1:25 p.m. Eastern, so it's in the afternoon. Normally I make the videos in the morning, but in the morning I was drinking tea, and also I was attending the church online. I really like the sermon. It's funny that a month ago or so I didn't actually know that it is called sermon. I remember one time I was introducing myself to the pastor, and I told him that I really liked his speech. So I think they're called sermon. I learned that from a friend who is Christian. She's used that word, and that says I'm learning a lot of things. Anyway, so I always learn something when I listen to that, and they do the worship music. So I was watching that on TV because they broadcast it online. So that was nice. And I was listening to some prayer videos too, I think, after I got up this morning. And just a little while ago, I had a little lunch. I was sitting on the couch looking outside the window, and it reminded me about a year ago or so that I was telling one of my team member excuse me one of my team member about like how to deal with the challenging person that she needs to work with on a day-to-day basis. And as I was telling her, it came to my mind today too that that applies to me too, for all of us. Excuse me. I think I was a little less spiritual than how I'm following the spirituality now. But anyway, the thing I mentioned to her is that everybody has something good in them, and maybe let's focus on the good in them, and then we can, even if it's a little part, even if it's 1% of them, if we see it, then it helps the other person also to see it, and that can grow. So I was just remembering this today as I was sitting on the couch and eating, and I remembered that that's what God does, right? God sees our uniqueness, and we all are. I believe that we all have that special gift that each of us have, and we can share that with the world, and that is somehow in our life is the purpose, or the why, or whatever you want to call it as, is that the great gift that each of us have that we can share with the world to make the world a little bit better place, right? So I was just pondering over that thought, and I thought, okay, this is something I'm going to share in today's video, because since I'm not feeling the best, I was like, okay, I'm just going to do a quick short And I figured I'm going to share this message. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving with family, friends, or whoever you normally spend with. And I had a little different Thanksgiving this year, but I feel so blessed because I had nice friends who wished me, I wished them, and I got to spend it with them. Because for me, I'm beyond grateful because my own family is in India. So, when you have friends you can call as family because they're there for you, they have been so nice to you. It's a blessing because friends are the families that we choose, because when we are born, we don't really, depending on which belief system you go by or which religion, we don't really get to choose the family that we are born in, but we get to choose the family that were our friends, and we build that connection, and they become so close, and they help us to navigate the toughest part of our lives, and they become family, and we do the same for them too. And we can be grateful for that, because that does not come easy. When you're in your good times, there will be a lot of people around you, but when you're going through hard times, there may not be as many people who want to surround themselves with you, especially not for long haul. Some people will be there for some time, and after that, because everybody has their own life, they have to go through challenges, and it might become overwhelming for them, and that's understandable. But every little bit that they help us with, that still counts, and that still is so helpful. And if we can do that for others also, is very nice. We may not be able to do for the whole time either, even if every little bit counts. It counts to the people who are going through this, right? So today I did a post about a smile. I remember a while ago, 3-4 months ago, somebody on the channel commented about for me to smile more, and that did really help me to remember to smile more on my videos. And so I posted that posting today. Like, YouTube has this video shorts and posts, so I started doing that recently, and I talked about a smile that sometime when when I go through challenges, and if the day is not going the best, and you're at a grocery store, or at the gym or something, and somebody smiles at you, and a simple smile can change your day. Or the library, people, we don't know each other, but then you feel that the niceness of the humanity and the connection, and and you probably would never see that person, but that little smile can make you feel better. I know that does to me. So, smile more, because you never know the impact you're gonna make in the other person's life, or even somebody in your life, the family or friends, going through some challenges. You can say a few things to uplift them, and sometimes it's just listening, sometimes it's just not responding or reacting. For me, that is hard, which you guys are probably not surprised, because I talk a lot, so I tend to solve problems. And by solving problems, what I mean is, a lot of time I tend to get into that zone where I'm just looking for a solution, how I'm going to solve for them. And sometimes people don't need that. People don't really need for you to solve their problem. People just want you to be there to listen. So I'm learning that. And what happens is, as we keep listening more and more, if they're going through pain or whatnot, at some point they will come up with an area where they really need help with, and that is the time the advice would be implemented. Because before that, it's almost like an unwanted advice, which I struggle with, because the intentions are good. I want to help them solving the problem, because I'm like, oh, okay, if they do this, this will solve and it'll make them feel better. But sometimes I think I tend to go in the territory where too much advice, so I'm working on that. But yeah, because sometimes our good intentions also can lead to something that, I mean, as I talk about it, it's not something very big that is popping up in my mind. In fact, a few days ago when I was talking to a friend, she was having some challenges, and then I was telling her some solution, and she later she thanked me, and I was kind of for those what I said, but I was kind of contemplating later that should I have said anything or just kept quiet and then to just listen. But that is also normal. We as human beings, we think, sometimes we overthink. That happens too. And it's okay. We are not going to be perfect all the time. We just, as long as we have good intentions, we are going to be able to help others, and the good friends would understand. Anyway, there's a lot on my mind, for sure. But this is also something that I wanted to journal about this phase that I'm going through. I know that December 1st, 2023, a year ago, life was very different, and now it's a different kind of different, if I were to say that. In some way, shape, or form, I also feel that next year, this time will be another kind of different. But that's the excitement in life we can look forward to, right? There will be some interesting, unknown things that it's almost like a present wrapped with the wrapping papers, and we don't know what it is, right? So we kind of anticipate. And it's funny that normally I'm not big into surprises. I don't like surprises. I always want to know what's next, meaning either if it's a present or either if I'm going somewhere, I want to know rather than like being surprised. And my daughter Alice, she kind of inherited that from me. I don't know how. Somehow she's like, I don't like surprises. So I don't know. Maybe I have to get a little more open to be surprises. I guess in life I have become open to that, especially when I look at my life this past year. My big goal was to transform myself. Now, if you ask me, did I fully transform myself? No, and nobody does fully transform themselves, because some of the core belief stays, but some of the things like limiting beliefs or whatever you call them as, I worked on myself hard, and I'm still in the process of transforming. But I'm happy with the progress that I made. This thing that Dan Martell on YouTube, I've been watching a lot of his videos lately. One thing he said, I might have mentioned this yesterday too, that people underestimate what they can achieve in 3 years. but they overestimate what they can achieve in 1 year. So going with the thought process, like, my thing is that if I continue for 3 years, maybe the transformation will be a lot better, because where I am in a year, if that is, I'm happy with that, the progress that I made in 3 years, I can make a lot more progress, probably more than I can imagine. So I just have to continue doing that. Like yesterday, I did 3 miles on the treadmill. I remember several months ago when I started going to the gym, spending 20 minutes at the treadmill, which was after a long time, felt like a long time. And now, I did 3 miles and it was fun. It was fun. That's the thing in life, is when you make it a habit, that's when it becomes unstoppable. Whatever that good thing that you're trying to manifest, just go after it. Don't be fearful. Don't be afraid of rejection, whatever that is you're looking for. And as I say, I'm saying it to myself too, because we as human beings, there are so many limiting beliefs that is ingrained in us, that we have to continuously work on it to break that. They talk about the glass ceiling and all that. For women, there is no glass ceiling. We ourselves built it, right? If you think of it, there was no glass ceiling for men, but I think for women, one of the reason we hold ourselves back, and people would say that women have more imposter syndrome than men. I think it's because it's that, I don't know, it's that affirmation more towards, oh, a woman doesn't have this, doesn't have that. And I think it's more like think less and do more. If people did that, I think it'll be like, we'll make more progress. I don't know. It's just my thought. It's going with the concept of conscious mind and subconscious mind that lately I have been kind of focusing on. We give so much, I don't know, power by saying that subconscious controls 95% of our mind and conscious is only 5%. So right there, we are kind of diminishing the power of the conscious mind. We have to remember that even though it is 5%, that this is the boss that runs the show. This just follows the order, right? And if you can get this to follow all the orders that you want, not the things that you don't want, the things you want, imagine how much you can accomplish in life. But anyway, as I talk about this, I also I'm training myself, because it's not easy. It's easier said than done, right? If you have done meditation or things related to that, where you're trying to change your subconscious mind, or how you think or how you speak and how you take inspired actions, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm gonna do the gratitude and all that I do off camera, and I just want to share this and finish the video saying that look for that good in everyone, especially the person who you think is creating a lot of challenges for you. That person also has some good, something, and then if you try to focus on that, that will grow, and that may help the other person also to see that goodness in them, and when they focus on it, it grows even bigger. So I'm gonna do that too. Okay, with that, I'm gonna finish the video. I hope you have a great rest of Sunday, and I'll be back tomorrow morning, on Monday morning.